Today we are trying to understand the performance appraisal, one of the component on performance appraisal. When we look back on our performance management process, this performance appraisal could be possible in the stages of the first is define, second one is what you call it? Forgot. The second one is monitoring and measurement. The third one is feedback. Feedback. So this one is measuring and monitoring. Okay, on the performance management process. Okay. Okay. What is the on the learning objective?
Sorry Prof.
Yeah.
Sorry Prof, baru masuk. Attendance dah ambil ke?
Dah.
Alamak.
Tak apa. Semua okey dah. Tak ada.
Semua okey dah? Okay.
Sekejap saya check attendance ni. Okay. Saya dah ambil dah.
Untuk apa? Section 7.
Dah.
Okay. Thank you Prof.
So learning objective of this, we want to know the what we call as the discussion. Okay, discuss how they differ from the performance appraisal. We already understand it, the difference between performance management and the performance appraisal on our second chapter. We need to describe the performance management process, the effectiveness of the performance standard, how we want to have a good performance managed appraisal. They need to evaluate and administer at least 4 performance appraisal tools. We have many, but we need to understand at least 4. Okay. Then we need to explain the problem and to avoid appraising of performance appraising. How we want to avoid any errors or avoid it. Then we need to go and pro and cons when using the different raters to appraise the performance of the person, of the employee. What is the circumstances, what is the consequences, and then we need to know how to do and perform the effective appraisal interview. Okay, learning objective, we need to define the performance appraisal, and then process and what we can do on get effective performance appraisal standard. Okay. The first step, the definition of performance appraisal in G. So from this, I think we should understand the definition on the okay, we will discuss a detail of the process in value to the organization and its individual employees. Okay, and also while we are actually apprised at a point of time, there should be no surprise that some of the appraisal that we do in our organization sometimes maybe not follow the standard, not follow the how we can make it effectiveness. Okay, employee should be received continuous feedback throughout the entire time, and then finally we define the performance management. So, in definition on abroad, okay, I already explained to you the performance management is the continuous holistic process. And then inside it, we have a broader perspective of the performance management. Is not one-time event. It's an ongoing cycle, which is setting goal, assessing progress, providing feedback, and adjusting the what we call as strategies to align with the achievement or to align with the goal of the organization. Okay, the first question that we need to ask, why we need to appraise the performance? Why? Why we need to appraise the performance? The first question.
Motivation.
Yeah, good. Okay. We need to motivate and recognize, give a recognition. Appraisal can motivate employee by recognizing their effort and achievement. That is the best. Okay. And then we need to assess assessment of goal. One of the assessment of goal, which is essential for evaluating how well employee meet their goal and contribute to the organization. That's number 2. Then number 3, we need to develop and improve a person or employee. So when we identify area of improvement, okay, and development, we can help employee grow professionally. Meanings, when we're speaking about professionally, it can help them on upskill their performance or upskill their knowledge, and also to become themselves a human capital to the organization. That is the meaning of professional. Okay, the last one is the decision-making tools. Why we appraise performance? It's in making decision related to the promotion, compensation, and also training needs. These are two. Now we go to the process lah. That's the difference between it. This one. Okay, performance appraisal involve setting goal standard, actual performance relatively to standard, and providing feedback to the employees. So on the other deep explanation on it, we need to look at the performance appraisal process. What is the process of the performance appraisal? You see here the what? The slide is 106. Also, I need to go very fast. Okay, need to go very fast. What is the performance appraisal process? So there are process on it. We can actually a bit similar to the performance management, but in the implementation is different. We go to here. Okay, the first step. This one is done already. Helping plan correction, appraisal, employee strength and weakness, useful. This one I done with. Okay. Okay. Go to this. Step of the present performance. This is the step, but we need to do to understand the process. This one. Okay, setting work standard. Okay, meanings we need to setting performance standard and objective. Okay, the process begin by setting clear, specific, and achievable performance standard and objective for the employees. That is the first step we need to do. This standard should align with organization goal and be understood by both of the employee and the supervisor. Okay, still setting actual performance relative to those standards. Yes. We need to make sure that the ongoing performance monitoring is held or throughout the appraisal period. the step of gathering the data, monitored, and then to what we call it as to look ahead on the employee works, which can include qualitative metric. Maybe we can do some observation. So we need to do ongoing performance monitoring when we want to assessing actual performance relative to the standard. And then we need to gather or collect the data, analyze. We need to collect any data, then we analyze. As the supervisor, collect the data on the employee performance, maybe including self-assessment by the employee, peers, supervisor observation, and other relevant performance information. Okay. Another one, providing feedback to the employees. How we do it? We writing the appraisal. The first, we write the appraisal. The supervisor prepare the performance appraisal report. This report should be what? Should be objectively fair, balanced, highlighting both strength of the area and improvement of the employees. Area of strength, area of improvement. Then we give on actual performance on relatively to the standard. We do some appraisal meeting. We do some appraisal meeting, one-to-one meeting between the employee and the supervisor to discuss the appraisal. In opportunity to review the employee standard, discussing achievement, and also we address any gap or we set a goal for next period. Okay. This on the actual performance relative to standard, when we start to look on the appraisal meeting, meaning we go for the real appraisal one-to-one, it's crucial that the meeting must be interactive. Employee given the chance to express their view, their concern, and reflection on their performance. That is the best. So the last one, okay. Providing feedback to the employees, which is the last. We have three components of providing the feedback. The first one, we give the feedback and development plan. Okay, development plan. Employee receive constructive feedback. Maybe we give some recognizing achievement. We discuss area of development. Together with employee and supervisor, we can develop a plan for improvement for professional development, setting goal and next appraisal period. And then we give them and follow up after appraisal meeting. So we need to follow up and agree upon action on its goals. Some of the employee might include schedule check-in, additional training, maybe some resources to support their development. And then on providing the feedback, while we are doing the performance appraisal, we need to document it, everything, and keeping a record. To make sure a record of appraisal included on the development plan, we must keep it to make sure the employee know what is going on and to what we call it, to be some of the part of the blueprint for them. Make sure they not pass what we call it, they can follow what is expected on their performance evaluation and also their development. Maksudnya kena betul-betul lah kan, betul-betul. Okay, realistic appraisal. Semua ni akan pening sikit berkenaan dengan appraisal. Okay, realistic appraisal. Sorry guys, saya kena cakap. Okay, this one done itu realistic appraisal. Dah kan realistic appraisal. This one no need. Continuous improvement, yes. Continuous improvement is one of the what we call as tadi saya dah bincang berkenaan dengan Continuous improvement. The development and improvement area. Okay. The appraisal process is done here. The process. We describe the appraisal process. We need to have performance appraisal process, providing continuous feedback and how to manage appraisal. Effective appraisal begin before the actual appraising, with the manager define the employee job and criteria. Okay, we need also define the job, mean making sure that you and your subordinate agree on his or duty to job standard on the appraisal method that we use. Okay, this is the step of appraising performance. I already give to you the step on appraising the performance. So, in the first, I dah explain tadi, okay, what you should do, define the job, yeah, what is in the process, setting standard, ongoing monitoring, collective, giving the feedback. Okay, on appraising performance, they have part, okay, dia ada 4 aktiviti, which is yang pertama, ongoing performance monitoring, on appraising ini tadi. We give collecting the analyze the data, and then write an appraisal, and also the appraisal meeting. Comparing your subordinate actual performance of the standard that have been set, this usually involves some type of rating form. Okay. So ada berapa? On appraising stand yang ini, on appraising the performance, what do we need to do is you need to make sure that the ongoing process is done. Ada apa soalan tak tentang ni? Mungkin tak faham ke apa ke? Ada apa nak tanya? Tak ada.
Ada, mostly banyak company buat macam ni kot.
Balik company. Okay, good. Senang kerja saya. Okay. Dekat sini mungkin ada yang tak faham tentang appraisal performance dan apa yang kita kena buat dekat sini. What we should do. Yang tengah-tengah ni. Comparing your subordinate actual performance to the standard that have been set, this usually involves some type of rating form. Okay. Some type of rating form.
Yang kita ada, macam saya ada 5 kot rating. Ada not met, meet expectation, outstanding, ataupun satu lagi exceed performance lah.
Yes. Okay, good.
So basically dia rate tu among the subordinates lah, against goal.
Okay, good. Okay, rating form ni dia typical, they're very typical. Using the rating form and performance appraisal tool, kita akan guna systematic evaluation, differentiating aspect from the employee performance accordingly to the department. Okay, selalunya lah. Okay, semua dah faham, senang cerita sejalan dia. This is the step on appraising process. The first, dia bukan appraising process ni, sorry, ni bukan proses. Appraising meeting. Appraising meeting ya, apa yang kena buat. Appraising meeting. Performance appraising meeting. Ini saya ubah nantilah. Okay, performance appraisal meeting. Apa yang step yang kita kena buat lah. Okay. Prepare for the meeting. This is what you do. Prepare for the meeting. Review the job description. Okay, and then gather the review, any documentation, completely performance appraisal, the narrative for employee, review appraisal to be sure. They can give the employee at least a week notification. Ni yang penting. Okay, jangan bagi tiba-tiba dia panggil dia. You call them to go for appraisal. Oh my God, don't do that. And then you must gather the review any documentation which is related to the meeting. Okay, this step sebenarnya ada pada mana? Okay, step meeting ni ada pada sini. Dekat yang kedua. Kira ada banyak. Jadi saya dah bagi tahu on this step what you should do. On this step, you should apa tadi? You should do monitoring. You should collect and analyze data. You need to write an appraisal and you do the appraisal meeting on this part. Yang banyak kerja tu. Okay. On that, inilah dia kerja dia. Okay. Prepare the meeting, conduct the meeting, and follow up. One of the process on second step is to do this one. Performance appraisal meeting process. Performance appraisal meeting process. The first, prepare for the meeting, conduct the meeting, and follow up. Okay. When you conduct the meeting, you must avoid any atmosphere that giving the stress to the employee. Example, any apa yang you rasa okay, satu lagi lah, when you conduct the meeting, this is very important to make sure the environment of the employee mestilah sesuai. Which is good. State the purpose of your discussion. Cakap terang-terang. Okay, straightforward. Okay, when you discuss, this meeting is about what? Allow the employee to give their assessment of their performance. Bagi dia bercakap. Allow them to speak for themselves. Provide your own review and position the critic in the area of improvement. Don't be too harsh and looking only for their faulty or deficiency. So, okay, right. Okay, during this time, kebanyakan daripada organization, okay, when control, the first step, you need to control the environment. The first step, you need to control the environment, setting the scenes about the stress. Okay. Number two, yang paling penting, you state the purpose of discussion. Make it clear and intent. Okay, begin with the meeting clearly. Okay, starting the purpose, set the tone. Okay, and then give the goal of the meeting to output. Then allow employee to give their statement, give their assessment, employee perspective, listening actively on this. Okay, you kena banyak. Apa kata orang? Banyak mendengar. Okay. And provide your own review on the employee performance, balance review. Okay, what you need to do here lah. Okay, apa yang penting, balance review. Okay, after the employee have shared their thought, okay, present their review on their performance. Ensure it balance. Okay, acknowledging both achievement and area of improvement that needed for the employees. Example lah, be specific. Use example to illustrate your point. Okay, and then make your feedback more concrete and understand. And then cakap jela-jela tapi tak ada apa. No, don't do that. Position the criticism to the area of improvement. Macam mana nak buat? Selalu orang cakap lah, constructive feedback. Macam mana? Constructive feedback tu. When discussing area where the employee hasn't not expected to get that, okay, frame this as opportunity to improve rather than just critiques them. Okay, kita framekan satu benda tu untuk development. Jangan kata, oh, you kena buat ni, you need to do this. You know, try to be very constructive. Try to ask them carefully with the word. Focus on development. Discuss how this area can be improved. Okay, this might involve training, additional support, setting another goal which is specific to them. Okay, encourage the dialogue. You need to encourage the dialogue. Encourage the employee to respond. Yes, Billy. Saya pun nak tanya.
Sorry, Prof, salah tekan.
Okay. Saya nampak. Okay. Encourage the dialogue. Okay, encourage the employee to what? To respond to your feedback and to share idea and how they believe they can improve on this area. Jangan terlalu cepat nak marah-marah. You need to be very careful with your word lah. Right? Apa ada benda ni? What is this, guys? I ada buat apa ni? Sorry. Kenapa dia punya ni guys? Tiba-tiba dia keluar pula. Ya, dia kena.
Tu tadi saya yang tekan tu Prof. Tak tahu macam mana boleh tekan.
Oh, tak betul.
Ha.
Tak apa, jalan. Saya jalan je. Oh, ada lagi. Saza pula melukis. Jangan lukis guys.
Saya nak tolong hilangkan tapi tak tahu macam mana.
Itulah dia.
Billy kena padam, Billy kena erase balik.
Tu anak ni cari kejap.
Tekan
Ya.
dekat pen tu, lepas tu tekan erase.
Kejap.
Tak apa. Saya unshare dulu, lepas tu saya share balik. Saya stop sharing. Dia dah keluar balik. Kejap. Saya share balik.
Billy lah ni. Apa salahkan Billy?
Tengah seronok tu kan. Okey. Kita dah sampai kat conduct tadi. Okay, conduct the meeting. Kat mana tadi? Ni. Conduct the meeting, you know already what to do. Ni pada this is the most hardest in the appraisal process. The most hardest. Some of us maybe do something which is not expected to be good, to be in the place of this situation. Yeah, need to be copied. Conduct the meeting and then giving a specific example of strength and area. Okay, check. Okay, strength of the area here. Open and ask open-ended question, become an objective, don't blame and attack or attack. Focus on performance, not the person. Listen carefully. Set specific goal, timeline, maybe at the action plan, and close the discussion well. Jangan kita terlalu. Okay, the last is what? Follow up. Okay, the last is follow up. Okay, what is the last of the follow up? This one is follow up. Okay, this one conducting meeting. Okay, send a follow up. Simple saja. What you need to do on follow up. Okay. When you do follow up, you need to be two-way communication. Remember, the appraisal meeting should be two-way conversation. When you follow up them, okay. Okay, and then focus on the future. Focus on the future, and then make sure you give and discuss the progress. Okay, give. Make sure you continuous improvement. You must put anything provided to be a very cover on how employee has performed. Okay, highlight both strength and weakness, the area of needing the improvement. Okay, the feedback should be constructive. Aim with the motivation employee, recognize achievement and discuss with their challenges. Okay. Okay, based on the appraisal, you should work together. Okay, on this. When kita nak buat benda ni follow up. Okay, you need to work up together and then make plans for the necessary development. And then what should we do? We need to might including a new assignment, new training. Okay, aim to help employee grow and improve of their role, aligning their performance to the organization goal. Okay, sekarang kita pergi kepada reason for performance appraisal. Apa reason? Reason for employee, for employee. Now we go for the employee first. Apa yang sepatutnya? There is the reason. Okay, provide a chance. Provide a chance of the employee to what? To to ask question and feel their sense of their accomplishment. Ini orang ni faham ke tak dengan apa yang dia buat. Let employee do know about their strength. Allow employee to take responsibility of their performance. Letting know what expected of them. Create mutual understanding of their duties. Itu yang penting kan. Okay. Ya, apa yang paling best kat sini? When we giving a dialogue, okay, opportunity for a dialogue and feedback. Dekat sini, okay, we have open question, asking question and sharing accomplishment. When talking about strength and weaknesses, we recognize their strength, identify development need, and then encouraging employee to the performance, clarifying the expectation of job and duties, and then the best part is the career development and goals. Supaya dia faham lah. Okay. And then for employer ni help to improve relation and productivity, serve effective retention tools, provide paper trail for addressing performance, and we need to demonstrate organization commitment to employee success. Okay. Set effective performance and present standard. Macam mana? Okay. Macam mana nak set? Saya dah explain kat sini tak? Employee goal and performance standard. Kat sini dulu We need to set effective performance appraisal standard. Macam mana kita nak set benda? Okay. In many ways, when we starting to set good effective performance standard, we need to most employee need to expect to know ahead of time and what basis their employer will appraise that. Kita kena employee ni kena faham ke depan sikit. Need to understand more what is the basis of the employee to appraise that, apa yang akan mereka mahu. Okay. The first, define the clear purpose, define the clear objective. Okay. Basic appraisal standard can require competencies. Competencies are often arranged according to the basic technical, motor, intellectual. And the role of job description is important. When the first, we want to define the clear objective. Itu yang pertama. Okay, effective performance appraisal standard, we need to define the basic job description. Okay, the purpose of the appraisal align with the goals. Yang pertama. We need to develop performance criteria. Jadi kat sini, criteria. Okay, arranging together to the basic intellectual, motor, intellectual, and skill need to be in the job. The role of job description, job specific standard, develop performance criteria, and also must be consistent with across of the employee holding the same or similar position. Okay. When we putting the sense of developing a clear objective and also development of performance criteria on sense of developing the job description, so we must be good in setting goals. Okay. When we putting the setting goals, inilah cara dia. HR need to identify, lagi sama dia ni, assign specific goal, need to assign the measurable goal, then challenge but durable goal, and encourage participation. Okay. To make sure that the goal setting must be clarifying expectation and quantifying them by setting measurable standard of each object. Okay. Specific, measurable, challenging but attaining relevant in time and meaningful input to the employees. Ini yang kita kena buat lah. Kan? Ini pun dah review. Okay. Define goal and work effort. How we define goal and work effort? Ini the first step. The activity that kita buat on the first study. Okay. Define clear objective and developing performance criteria. Yang ini the first. The setting effective performance at level standard. You can define, you need to have a good goal, good JD, and then setting the goals with goal directive, goal setting. And then we need to define the goal and work effort. Ini dia punya criteria. Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, timely, and relatively. Lah, yang sini. Kita kena, kenapa this one important? Kenapa? Because of this part usually very crucial to make sure that our JD, our objective, and then definition of the job is clearly assigned with the job itself. Apa dah kan? Okay, kita break kejap boleh? 5 minit. Kita kena
Boleh,
minum
sir.
kejap.
Bisa.
Kena minum kejap. Lalu apa Okay, we continue. Okay guys, you need to take a note lah on the yang tadi ni. Okay, setting performance appraisal standard. Effective performance standard. The first, you need to define a clear objective. Okay, on that it must be purpose of the appraisal. It must be aligned with the goal. Then you need to develop performance criteria. Okay, job specific standard, job description, and it must be consistent with the employee, with the similar employee position in the organization. Yang ketiga, you can choose the right appraisal method. Select the method and then validate the reliability of the method. And then must find the appraiser. Okay, train the appraiser. Orang yang jadi appraiser ni orang yang evaluate lah. Communicate the training and development skill needed to the appraiser. And after that, you need to implement the process, the structured process. You need to implement it. How you want to do, you need to conduct my appraisal regularly, interval, maybe documentation. Okay, provide number 6, you need to provide constructive feedback. And maybe some approaches. And 7, you need to encourage employee participation. And the last is setting the goals. Encourage employee participation is setting the goals on development plan. And follow up on continuous improvement. Maybe you must look also on ethical compliance on the appraisal. Itu. Okay. When you go to this, sekarang ni, when you go to this, okay, how we define a goal and work effort. The goal must be in the term of SMART. Can you semua orang faham dan sini. Meaning of the SMART is specific. Di sini ya, specific. Clearly and precise. Clearly and precise. The goal should be clear and specific to the provided direction. And also a specific goal or answer question like what need to be accomplished, who is involved, what is happening, and why is so important. Okay, and then the example is, for example, is improving sales. Okay, and the specific goal increase sales in how much, in what state, in what area, how many percentage, in what quarter, maybe. That is the meaning of specific. And then the meaning of measurable. Measurable is quantifiable metric. Satu yang kita boleh kira, boleh ukur. Okay, tracking progress maybe. How much, how many, how will we know, okay, to accomplish how much. Then example, maybe we need to acquire 30 new client for this coming 2 quarter ke apa ke. Contoh, attainable. Not too tough, not too easy. Realistic and achievable. Okay. Goal should be challenging, but need to be realistic. The meaning to that, we need to consider whether the goal feasibly given the resources and time available. Itu yang penting. Okay, relevant. Relevant, align with the broader objective. The goal should mentor you. And then align with other relevant goals. It's important to ensure the goal derive the team of organization forward. Dia boleh membawa kita lebih untuk kemajuan. The last, timely. Timely ni maksudnya the goal need to be targeted date, maybe time bonding, create sense of urgency and prompt action. Okay, itu yang penting. Okay. The performance appraisal tool. Siapa yang bertanggungjawab on this appraisal? Pertama adalah supervisor. Supervisor. Kenapa? Supervisor yang buat semua ni. Usually do by actual appraising, must be familiar to avoid anything problem. People must know how to conduct appraisal fairly. Tadi saya dah beritahu. Another one is HR department. Serve for policy making, advisor role, provide advice to assistant regarding to the appraisal, and then prepare the form, prepare any procedures, insist to all department to them for them to use. Ini very yang penting kan. Responsible to improve their appraising skill, monitoring the system. Ini kerja-kerja HR lah. Okay, siapa yang terlibat dalam appraising? Who should do the appraising? This is the way and how we can give the opportunity to siapa yang boleh terlibat dalam appraising, who must be involved in the appraising. Siapa yang terlibat? The first peer, your friends lah, your colleagues. Okay, rating committee, self-rating, appraisal by subordinate, and here is feedback all around your organization. Peers ni yang paling biasa tapi jarang digunakan. Rating committees, yes, most always use this. Self-rating, yes. Appraising by your subordinate, it's come forward to your manager lah, to the manager. Okay, this one is most common lah, tetapi rating dengan self-rating ni very popular. But the managers appraised by the subordinate is not popular lah. Okay. The immediate supervisor yang akan appraise kita. Kebergantungan, who should be appraising is depend on the policy of the organization. The organization allow or all the appraising must be follow also to the standard of labor, the standard of law that is applied in the area or in the country. Tak boleh suka-suka guys. Kena check balik. The way that you perform the appraisal meeting also must be follow with the rule and regulation in that place. Jangan buat suka-suka. You must look back on the standard of labor law, on the standard of industrial relation, on the standard of human rights. So kena check. You guys, baru habis 29. Yes, ini ada dia punya explanation. When you go to 360 feedback, you come out widely used, rating are collected from employee, supervisor, subordinate, peers, especially internal and external customer. The best advice of the firm should carefully assess cost, train those given feedback fully and not rely solely on terms and conditions. Ini adalah contoh. You need to choose depending on the policy of the organization. Okay, tools. Okay, dalam performance appraisal dia ada yang ketiga apa tadi? Choose the tool kan? Choose the right tool. Okay, choose the right tool. Okay, when you choosing the appraising tool, you must know what to measure, how to measure. Okay. Maybe kita personal attributes, okay, goal achievement or work output. How to measure, maybe we use graphic rating scale method, alternative ranking method or MBO method. Jadi banyak. Ini teknik dia, performance appraisal method, graphic rating scale. Okay, graphic rating scale ni yang tak berapa okay. Sebab kita nak, we want to measure the work output. And some of the rating scale ni kita boleh measure personal competency attribute and goal achievement. Sekarang kita pergi dekat ni lah, majority skill. So, why this one will be the most popular? Kenapa graphic rating scale ni dia memberikan contoh pada kita? Kenapa? Why this graphic rating scale is more giving a sense of good opportunity for the use. A scale that lists the number of traits and range of performance for each is to use to identify the score of the best described an employee level of performance for each trait. Okay, the simplest of the most popular appraising technique. Macam mana kita nak guna graphic rating scale? Ni contoh graphic rating scale. Macam mana nak explain ni contoh? Okay. Nampak saya terangkan macam mana. Contoh ni macam mana terjadi begini. Chapter page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, and then habis. Nampak banyak page dia. Page 1, page 2, page 3. Okay. How does this is the portion of administrative secretary sample on performance appraisal menggunakan apa? Graphic rating scale. Okay. So, saya jelaskan sedikit lah apa base what is the graphic rating scale. Kita tengok dekat sini. Okay, graphic rating scale. Semua orang guna in all over the world on graphic rating scale. So, sekarang kita jelaskan sikit. Okay, graphic rating scale ni dia widely used. Widely used technique. Okay, due to the simplicity and effectiveness. Okay. Graphic rating scale selalunya kita gunakan apa? Trait on performance range. Trait on performance range. Okay, the method involve a scale that lists several traits relevant to the job performance. Nampak tak ni trait dia? Quality, productivity, job knowledge, and reliability. 4 first. Okay. Each trait is accompanied by range of performance level. Ni level dia. Okay. O-V-I-G-I-U. Okay. Mana ni? O-V-C-I-U-N. I-U-N.
OVG.
O-V. Oh.
G good.
G good. Yeah, G good. Improvement need.
Good.
Improvement need. And then U unsatisfactory. N tak ada. Okay. Not bad. Not rated. Okay. So UVGIU. Ini dia punya rating scale. Meaning the trait is accomplished by the range of performance level. Ni performance level digunakan dekat sini. Ni secretary punya lah. Okay. Dia boleh guna ni sebenarnya. Tapi tengoklah. Which one? Scoring. Dia gunakan scoring. Scoring employee rated by selective on score the best described of their level of performance. Listed trait. Customable for different role. Okay. Level can be tailored, suit with different job. Okay. Maybe organized as standard. How it work? Macam mana digunakan? Nanti kita tengok dekat sini pula. Okay. Yang ini secretary. Dia tengok maintain 1, 2, 3 je rating dia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dia apa lagi? Yang ini dia ada objektif dia. Media. Okay. Media dia ada rating kat sini. Not strong. Okay. This one maybe kita tak boleh nak ubah. This one cannot ubah. This one kita boleh ubah. Objektif. Dan dekat sini senang saja. Dia tengok job knowledge, quality, planning. Okay. Ini progress on year. And then dia akan ratingkan yang mana. Point-point dia. Okay. And then this section is the last comment lah. Nah ini page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4. Okay. Okay, based on that, how it works. From this metric, kita identify the trait. Identify the trait, the first step is to decide whether the trait or aspect of the job performance important to major. Yang mana very important. Okay, generic dimension selalunya apa? Teamwork, communication, problem solving, reliability, and maybe initiative. Okay, actual job duties. Kita boleh lihat kat situ. Specific to the role, like sales, target, achieving customer service, data entry. Tengok dekat situ. Behavioral. Kita tengok di situ behavioral recognition competency. Contoh behavioral recognition seperti skill, decision making skill, and customer interaction. Ada dekat sini. Sini ada. And then we create dalam basic rating scale ni, apa yang kita panggil graphic rating scale ni, we use the simplest on rating lah. 1, number 5, number 2, number 10, poor, fair, good, very good, excellent. Does we have a standard? No, it's up to you. Whatever which is possible to you to understand more, it's up to the organization. Rating process, the manager and evaluate the assessor, employee performance against each trait and assign score based on their observation and evidence. Ataupun score ni basic kepada apa? Reflect level which employee meet to exceed the performance ke tidak. Kriteria yang dimahukan. Okay, yang paling best overall performance score you boleh tengok. You typically can sum up and averaging. Senang nak buat. Okay. Advantages dia simple, easy to use, quantitative data, ya, boleh kira, and flexible. Okay. Consideration on that, dia lebih subjective. You can easily to correct it. Okay. Lack of qualitative feedback, and then kadang-kadang ada errors lah. Yang boleh kena beli ya. You can buy your performance if you do spreadsheet rating skill. That's why sekarang ni tak popular dah. Ada yang dah keluar dah tidur. Kita terus. Develop, value and investigate at least 4 performance appraisal tool. Kena develop, kena berapa? 4. We will discuss on interpret 10 performance appraisal jika sempat. Okay, performance appraisal tool yang kedua. Tadi basic rating skill kan? Okay, yang ini. Ada lagi yang lain. Alternative ranking, paired comparison ni dia macam-macam. Dia apa tu? Dia daripada basic rating scale. We come from the basic rating scale, but it's more what I could say lah. It's more apa tu? Custom made. It's more custom to the organization. Contoh. Okay, alternative rating method, a paired comparison, force, method, critical incident, narrative form, and behavioral anchor rating scale. Banyak lagi ke guys? Alamak, 39 dah. Itulah, saya jelaskan sikit-sikit supaya you all faham. Okay, yang ini ya. Ini. Ada suara lah. Okay, alternative ranking. Alternative ranking dia kata rank employee from best to worst. Okay, saya terangkan macam mana it work lah. Okay, employee are ranked by the best to worst, but instead of ranking them all at once, they evaluate the alternate between the highest and the lowest until all are ranked. They rank kan. Nanti kita bagi example on that. Okay. Paired comparison. Dia kata kat sini involve rating employee by making a chart of all possible pair. Okay. Each employee is compared with every other employee and pair at the time. This comparison is usually based on the specific trait and overall performance. That's force distribution diguna predetermination percentage. Macam mana it work for distribution? Employee are ranked in certain categories. Example 20%, middle 70%, bottom 10%. It is similar to the targeted grading on the curve position. Dia slope cut. Critical incident, how it works, this method involves documenting specific example of employee effective and effective behavior. Critical incident. Okay, supervisor keep the record of uncommon good and undesirable example of work related to behavior. Critical incident. Contoh dia lah, ongoing documentation kadang-kadang Kita tengok critical accident ni happen, berlaku lah ada di organisation ni. Ada bias dekat situ. Kadang-kadang employer check they are not good in the early of the year and then end of the year tiba-tiba jadi good pula. Ni berlaku lah bila critical incident. Narrative form involve rating employee performance for each other performance factor need to the job. Macam mana? How dia buat? Evaluator write a detailed description of the employee, the first kat situ, and then perform strength and weakness in the area of the improvement kat situ. Narrative form. Nanti saya tunjuk lah. The last ni yang very popular lah. Behavioral anchor rating standard scale. Bus combine element of critical incident dengan rating scale method. Specific behavior are described along with the scale, showing the different level of performance of each behavior. Ni. Okay, cuba saya pergi tengok dulu. Ini example alternative ranking scale dia macam ni. Comparison method. Dia haikan siapa nombor 1, siapa nombor 10. Then dia buat ni lah. For the trait of measuring list of the employee you want to work, rank. Put the highest ranking employee name and on line 1, put the lowest rank employee name at line 20. Then list the next highest ranking on line 2. Line 2. The next lowest ranking on line 90. And so on. Continuing until the name of the scale of the employee ada dalam. Tuliskan semua ikut rank. Sampai you tahulah. So yang mana kat bawah tu you buang dululah. Okay. Dan yang ini comparison. Art and Maria. Siapa yang lagi bagus? In the what? Quality of work. So Art dengan Maria lagi better. Art and Maria plus. Okay, kita sini. Tahu tak nak baca ni guys? Art dengan Maria. Okay, Art lagi better. Art lagi better than Chap. Diane and Art. Diane lagi better. Jose lagi better. Maria dengan Art. Art lagi better. Negative mean Maria ni skala lah. You kena buat macam ni dari tepi. Baca ke sini. Yang mana negatif ni dia kalah lah. Maria semua kalah. Chuck dia kalah dengan Art dengan Jose. Okay. Lepas tu dia campurkan semua. This is the highest rank lah. Which is the Maria. Ini employee rated. Employee rated. The highest. Maria rank highest here. Same with this. Creativity. Nampak? Ini adalah back comparison. Dari static. For distribution, we buat percentage. Macam siapa cakap tadi, Kamarul lah. Dia buat percentage, high performance, high average performance. This one very popular lah. For distribution. In Malaysia ni buat, ni senang sikit. Semua banyak guna ni lah kebanyakan. Banyak sangat dia guna. Lepas tu dia buat nombor 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Betul lah. Okay. Narrative form lebih kurang macam ni. Campuran yang ini dengan yang ni. Back comparison dan alternative rank. Dia buat. Dia campur dulu. Then behavior anchored. Dia gunakan ini. Behavior anchored. Okay. Dimasukkan all attribute. And then ni. Satu sampai dekat. Setelah you accomplish, dia akan contohlah The lowest that you can do ini je. Yang atas ni tak boleh buat. That means you are this level lah. You ada buat ni tak? Okay. The recruiter straight objective to join the blah, blah, blah. Okay, you boleh sampai sini. When talking to the higher school senior, okay. Ni daripada kerja dia. Salesman skill. Kalau dia just boleh buat satu je, habislah dia. Going. Okay, this is behavior and character skill yang tak popular in Malaysia. Okay, MBO. MBO ni yang ni kan. Sorry ya. Balik. MBO ni ya. Next standard skill. Okay, management objective, computer web-based performance present, electronic performance, monitoring. EPM ni ada jugalah yang guna dekat Malaysia. Teruskan ya. MBO. Involve setting trusted measurement, goal with each employee, and then periodically review the progress. Okay, yang ini kita guna. Most of the company using this. Setting goal, development, discover, blah, blah, blah. And then they are focusing also to compare with apa? Compare dekat sini. For decision method. Most of the organization, they are using MBO, but follow with this. Okay, what I see and what I experience. Okay. Then also performance process software. Some of them using the software. And yang ini bila kita gunakan very popular in manufacturing industry. Okay, software ni kadang-kadang good juga on managerial form of the pekerjaan, jobs. Advantage of dia, advantage of daripada kita boleh baca sendiri. Yang paling saya tak suka yang ni lah. Graphic rating scale, masalah ada standard of may unclear, halo effect, tendency, latency, bias, lepas tu problem. MBO, time consuming. Okay, the ranking can cause of this agreement for distribution employee brother result depend on your choice or cut-off point. Okay, boss difficult to develop and critical incident difficult to rate and rank employee related to one another. Okay. Explain version and problem to avoid appraisal performance. Potential rating scale appraisal problem. Kita sekali unclear, okay. Unclear standard. Dan kita tak tahu yang mana lebih baik, yang mana lagi bagus, but depending on your organization juga. Halo effect. Occur when supervisor rating subordinate is safe if tried devices, rating 2% is. Dia rating semua sama je. Okay, halo effect berlaku daripada mana? Daripada pengalaman, come to the experience of the person. Okay, when he look at the person, he know. And then from his experience, this kind of person behavior will become this like this. That is the halo effect. Tendency employing the same way, such as rating them all average. Yang ini maksud dia play safe lah. Dia play safe, dia rating semua sama je. The rate percent all same. Oleh employee itu tak ada yang rendah, tak ada yang tinggi, semua sama je. Semua bagus. That is the point. Strictness and terlalu strict, terlalu lenient. And bias, tendency to allow different difference such as age, waste, sex, to affect their appraisal rating employment. Bias. Masalah. Dealing with your problem. Macam mana kita nak dealing dengan benda ni? During the interview. This one coming to during the starting. When we start to do the appraising. Macam mana nak deal dengan benda ni? How you want to deal it? Unclear. Common writers bias, impression, dealing that, how we want to handle this problem. Common problem, miss of the common evaluation performance, address disciplinary problem. How to avoid appraisal? Okay, first, learn to understand the potential problem. Make the solution. Choose the right tools. And then train the supervisor to reduce the rate. And then have a raters compile positive and negative critical incident. And then compile masalah. Sebenarnya do the postmortem. Do the postmortem. Okay. Learn masalah. Kita write tools, train, dan kita buat feedback tu dengan baik. Guideline of effective appraisal. Tadi saya dah cakap, the guideline kan, apa yang kita kena buat. Okay, appraisal can be effective by following these 5 guidelines. Know your problem, use the right tool, keep diary, bookkeeping, get arrangement on the plan, ensure fairness, and appraisal, and the law. Kena ikut undang-undang dengan bagus. Ya. Okay, managing the appraisal interview. Saya dah bagi tahu the step tadi. How we manage. The typical appraisal interview, how to conduct the appraisal interview. Okay, as the managers or supervisor, you need to ensure that you must what? Know the objective, don't get too personal, that encourage an agreement. This is what you need to be. Very objective to the data, don't get too personal. Make your work and your starting point to be encouraging. Okay, and then make a good agreement when you want to finishing and you get accomplished to your appraisal interviews. Okay. On the interview, there are stages. Ada satu lagi satisfactory interview. Ni unsatisfactory. This one not promotable. Okay, satisfactory, promotable, satisfactory, not promotable, dan unsatisfactory, correctable. Lepas tu ada satu lagi guys. Dia panggil termination. Unsatisfactory, termination. Ada satu lagi sorry. So this is the area that easiest interview. Satisfactory, senang. And then not promotable is to what? Maintain the performance when promotion is not possible. Correctable, you need to be good in objective plan correction via the development, implementation of action plan. How to manage all of this? You need to prepare interview, get the data. So saya cakap tadi kan, apa yang kena buat. Then be directive. Don't get too personal, encouraging talk. Inilah. Kena buat ya. Jangan main-main. Okay. Managing the appraisal interview. Handling the defensive subordinate. Macam mana nak handling defensive subordinate? How we want to handling the, ini susah guys nak handling. Okay. How we want to manage it well. Ada orang berpengalaman, saya ada pengalaman tadi, saya terminate terus, saya tak susah kepala. Saya terminate je. Jangan ikut saya guys. Nanti you sendiri apa ni. Okay, the first start. How to handle your appraisal interview. How to handle it. Okay, pertama, you kena apa? Handling the defensive subordinate.
Be factual.
Yeah, be factual. Very good. Don't get too personal. Okay, cakap baik-baik. Okay, macam mana? The first kali yang tadi tu kan, factual feedback. Okay. Provide feedback based on your what we call fact and specific example lah. Rather than generalize, you need to be very specific and objective. Lagi satu, empathy and understanding. Started by showing empathy, lepas tu apa? Acknowledge the criticism, to be maybe difficult, use the good word to subordinate, a sense of development lah ya. Okay, listening, and then focus on solution. Okay, benar rendah-rendahkan dia semua. Okay, criticizing the subordinate. Macam mana nak buat? Okay, the first kita kena do constructive criticize. Jangan buat macam saya kan, saya terminate terus. Aduh, salah tu. Constructive criticism ensure that criticism is constructive. Macam mana? Aim should be help subordinate improve, not to demoralize or demotivate them. Okay. Balance feedback. Sana nampak balance. Balance negatif and positif sekali. Jangan you letak, you cakap negatif, positif you tak cakap. Help to maintain self-esteem and motivation to the employee. Kena specific and clear. Lepas tu develop. The sense of development lah approach dekat situ. The formal written warning macam mana nak buat. This is the last resort lah, the last thing. Formal written warning is usually step to taken after method verbally tak boleh buat. Have not resulted in improvement. Okay, you need to be clarified. Warning should be clearly stated on performance issue only. Okay, jangan terlebih-lebih. Don't more than that. Be precise to the improvement and the consequences of not meeting the expectation. Ceritakan baik-baik. Keep the record behind of it. Okay, both compliant and for future references. And also must be fair opportunity. Ensure the subordinate must be able to understand the warning, what is the required to improve, what is the given chance of them to be to the correctable their performance. Okay. Realistic appraisal. Realistic appraisal ni selalunya buat bila? Lepas. Selepas kita having the interviews. Okay, realistic dia, objective and fair, no surprise, whole picture and goal oriented. Itu saja. Additional on it, you must be prepared. You must be prepared, you have two-way dialogue, and you must also follow up after you do the appraisal. Okay, ni ada apa benda ni? Tambahan. Unsatisfactory, uncorrectable. Sorry, terminate mana ni? Sedih. How to conduct the appraisal interview? Talk them with data. Don't too personal, encourage the person to talk and don't tiptoe around. Apa maksud dia kan? Don't tiptoe around.
Merepek. Merepek.
Jangan merepek. Tiba-tiba nak nangis. No. Don't. Straightforward. Jangan nangis-nangis. Kalau dia nangis di depan you all, if the subordinate crying, you just being what? I'm really sorry because this is what I need to tell to you. Cakap baik-baik. Okay. Anything that I comforting, any comforting that you need, you need to let me know. Okay, kalau dia baling-baling you all tu jangan balik-balik guys. F word coming. Pernah tak kena F word? Oh my god. Saya pernah guys kena stepik kat muka. Aduh. Macam mana you handle? The bad word come to you. How you handle? Anyone here? How you handle the bad word?
Silent treatment first.
Apa dia?
Diam dulu. Diam.
Diam dulu. Tangan dah menggigil. Tangan dah menggigil lah. Diam aja. Dia panggil kita tu lah. B word lah. C word lah keluar. F word keluar. Apa lagi? T word keluar. Sepak meja. Pening kepala. Okay. Performance contract. Ini yang last lah. Performance contract. After you do your appraisal, make sure that you have something to sign. Jangan biar macam tu je. Don't let the staff just move on like that. They need to agree on the appraisal tersebut, interview, you need to sign. In front of you. Don't let they go. Tak boleh. Kena make sure they sign. Semua-semua ni kena sign. This is how to handle defensive behavior. Dia ada keluar soalan final ya. Take note. Okay. And then hostile employee. Avoid discriminatory behavior. Ni yang you kena buat lah. Avoid behavior, avoid favoritism based on appraisal. Kalau you ada favoritism pun jangan tunjuk. Maintain good, accurate document and be consistent. How to create the 7 minute, tadi saya bagi tahu. How to ensure interview lead to improvement. Ada follow up, macam mana nak buat. How to handle task, ini dah bagi. Things to remember. Don't make harshly judgment. Sembrono. Jangan buat sembrono, tak elok. Buat pelan-pelan. Be aware of non-verbal. You and your employees. Apa maksud non-verbal? Your body language, eye contact. Don't be afraid of silence. Dia boleh diam. Okay? Diam tak cakap, lepas tu dia pergi. Don't be afraid. Dia takut rasa satu je guys, dia bunuh diri. Oh my god. Saya ada satu kes tu, dia hampir-hampir nak bunuh diri guys. Oh my god. Don't interrupt when the employee is speaking. Use I statement. Okay. Say what you mean. Jangan apa berubah-ubah, pusing-pusing. Use I statement. Use I statement. Performance management. Dah. Lagi tak. Three concept. Ni dah. Dalam management, segmentation of employee. Tak perlu. Tak ada. Ni dah belajar. Summary dah. Negative corrective feedback. Behavior effect, expectation and result. Okay, this is correctable. When you do the follow up, ini perkara-perkara yang you kena tengok. This is the things that you need to do, to look after. Okay, the last, when you see, when you speaking and when you follow up your employee, maybe they need improvement. This is what you need to look. Their behavior, the effects, and the expectation, the result. Okay, positive feedback pun sama, negative feedback pun sama. During the interview or during the follow up. And then the component of effective performance. Ni dah chapter sebelum ini. Performance management cycle. This one is after you do your appraisal. When you start the improvement activity or development activity. Feedback on the JD, ongoing feedback training and appraisal. Tak perlu guys, tak masuk dalam ni pun tak masuk. Ni just for your knowledge lah. For generation in workplace. Sekarang ni kita facing yang mana year born? Tak ada tak ada. Ni dah lamanya ni. Dia sekarang generasi apa? Z ya. Kita facing kebanyakannya ni sekarang. Semua yang jadi boss, jadi middle boss, semua kat sini. Ni semua dah tak ada dah guys yang atas ni. Yang dah meninggal, ada yang hidup lah tapi tak ramai. Sekarang kita handle semuanya di sini. My colleague, all your colleagues, semua di sini. Ada yang born dekat sini. Saya born dekat sini guys. All my subordinate will be in here. All my colleagues. This is what they are. Why we should look at this? We want to ensure that we can be prepared to the person when we go to the appraisal. Okay. Characteristic, fun pace, multitasking, fun seeking, technological savvy, short attention span, spoil, disrespectful, technology depending. Tak cukup equipment tak nak buat kerja. Aduh, pening guys. Ini ada 2 lagi ni. Okay, saya check balik. Okay, habis. Okay, see all of you. We have finished our session. Thank you very much.
Alright, sir. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
See you back next
Thank
week.
you, sir.
Okay, right. Good night.
Thank you, bro. Good night.